विष्णुपदाय कृष्णापृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी इति नाम्नि। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्देशतारिणे किबा जयो जयो घोरा चांदे आरती कसोभा जानवे तटवने जगमान लोभा दक्षिण निताय चान वामे गदाधर निकटे अद्वैत श्रीनिवास छत्रधर बसे आछे घोरा चांद रत्न सिंहासने आरती करे ना ब्रह्मा आदिदेव गणे नर हरि आदिकारे चमार ढुलाय संजय मुकुंद बासु घोष आदि गाय हिम शंखा बाजे घंटा बाजे बाजे करताल हे माधुरा मृदंग बाजे परमारसाल हे शंख बाजे घंटा बाजे मधुर मधुरा मधुर बाजे हे शंख बाजे घंटा बाजे मधुर मधुरा मधुर बाजे गौरांगे आरतिक शोभा जग जन मान लोभा गौरांगे आरतिक शोभा जग जाना मान लोभा जय गौरांगिताय 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 जय गौरांगिताय किव बहु कोटि चंद्रजिनी वदन उज्ज्वल मेघाल देशे वनमाला हरे जलमाला शिव शिवा सुख नारदा प्रेमे गद गद हे भक्ति विनोद देखे घोरार संपदा शिव जयो जयो घोरा चांदे आरती शोभा हे जानवे तटवने जगमान लोभा जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Jaya Gaurang Nitai Jaya Gaurang Nitai Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radhe Jaya Radha Shyama Sundar Shri Radhe Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Gurudev
Paramahamsa Parvacharya Asutara, His Divine Grace. A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jam Vishnupad Srila Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj Ki Jai. Ananda Koti Vaishnava Ki Jai. Namachari Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Prem se kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Ki Jai. Sri Radha Vrindavan Ki Jai. Sri Radha Shama Sundari Ki Jai. Sri Radha Madhava Ki Jai. Sri Prabhupada Ki Jai. Gaura Premanandi. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Guru Gauranga.
Namaste Narasihaya Namaste Narasimhaya Praladadaine Hiranyakashipurvaksha Shilatankanakalaye Ito Narsimha Parato Narsimha Narsimha Parato Narsimha Yato Yato Yamitato Narsimha Yato Yamitato Narsimha Bahir Narsimha Hridayir Narsimha Narsimha Hridayir Narsimha Narasimha Mahadev Sharanam Prapade Tavakara Kamalavare Nakam Adhuta Shringam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubringam Keshavadita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Hare Samavare Sarita Hiranyakashipu Tanubringam Keshavadita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Narsimha Dev Jaya Narsimha Dev Jaya Narsimha Dev Jaya Narsimha Dev Jaya Narahari Jaya Narahari Jaya Narahari Jaya Narahari Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Nitai Gora Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gora Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gora Hari Bol नरसिम्हदेव भगवान की प्रहलाद महाराज की श्रील प्रभुपाद
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Ram Rama. Hare Hare. On behalf of ISKCON founder Acharya, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada, I would like to welcome all of you to ISKCON Naperville. Thank you for coming. Is there anyone here for the first time? Okay. Please see me. I have a small gift for you. Please come. Can you all please kindly come this way because the speaker will be here. If you can all come closer, that will help. Thank you. So today's Sunday feast class, the topic is From Dwaraka to Vrindavan, the heart journey of Jagannath. Today's speaker is His Grace Gopal Hari Prabhu. Please give him a warm welcome, please. Yes. Just a brief introduction for Gopal Hari Prabhu, those of you who do not know him. Gopal Hari, he holds a Joe Dunham Distinguished Professorship in Ethics at Aurora University. He is the author of Maya in the Bhagavata Purana, Human Suffering and Divine Play, published by the Oxford University Press, and he serves as the editor for the Journal of Hindu-Christian Studies. He has been serving as a member of ISKCON's Shastrik Advisory Council, and he completed his D.Phil in Religious Studies from the University of Oxford, United Kingdom. And Gopal Hari is a second-generation ISKCON devotee and lives with his family in Naperville. So once again, the topic of today's class is From Dwaraka to Vrindavan, the heart journey of Jagannath. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Welcome everyone to our weekly Sunday love feast. Does anyone know what the occasion is today, this special occasion? It's the World Cup today. So there's the week when you have the least attendance in any temple is Super Bowl Sunday. I think World Cup is the second most. So today, actually, the topic we're going to talk about Jagannath, the Lord of the universe, the person who's making all the decisions behind the scenes for the World Cup. So yes. Yes. And on these days, you'll find more women than men in the temple, that's for sure, because the men are more interested in sports, generally speaking, and women are more interested in God, isn't it? Yes. So we'll start with one bhajan, Jai Radha Madhav, and please you can sing after me. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Valabha Jaya Girivara Dhari Jaya Girivara Dhari Jaya Gopi Jana Valabha Jaya Gir Jaya Yashoda Nandana Jaya Braja Janaran Jana Jaya Yashoda Nandana Jaya Yashoda Nandana Jaya Braja Janaranjana Jaya Yashoda Jaya Jamuna Tiravana Chari Jaya Kunja Bihari Kunja Jaya Jamuna Tiravana Chari Jaya Kunja Bihari Jai Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radhe Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Nitai Gaura Hariba 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 Gaura Hariba Shri Radha Shyam Sundar ki Srila Prabhupada ki Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki Jagannath Swami ki Jagannath Baladev Swada Devi ki. All glories to sound devotees. All glories to sound devotees. All glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. So does anyone know which day is Rath Yatra in India? Huh? In Jagannath Puri, which date is it? 17th? Okay. So it's 17th, just 2 days ago we had Jagannath Rath Yatra. And in India, it happens on that day. All over India, Rath Yatra takes place on July 17th, on that same day. So this was the occasion. It's Rath Yatra season. By Lord Chaitanya's mercy and by Srila Prabhupada's mercy, all around the world there's Rath Yatra going on, and virtually every major city of the world, every town and village of the world. And so we wanted to take this Sunday to glorify Lord Jagannath and explain who is Lord Jagannath. Like, what is the pastime, the story of the Rath Yatra, the first Rath Yatra that ever took place. So today we'll discuss that. So to start, I'll start with one verse from the Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. It's a very nice verse. And before we recite a verse from the Chaitanya Charitamrita, we always say one prayer. You can repeat after me. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Sita Parana Nath Painu Yaha Lagi Madana Dahane Jhuri Ghenu. So this is Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya 3, Chapter 13, Text 113. And this is a verse spoken by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu on the occasion of Rath Yatra. So while Lord Chaitanya is at Rath Yatra, he is speaking this verse. Translation. Now I have gained the Lord of my life, in the absence of whom I was being burned by Cupid and was withering away. Very simple verse. Please repeat after me. Now I have gained the Lord of my life, in the absence of whom I was being burned by Cupid and was withering away. So this is a verse being spoken by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to the Lord Jagannath. And he is repeating or sort of saying the words of someone else. Who is that someone? Srimati Radharani, yes. The translation purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. Yeah. This song refers to Srimati Radharani's meeting with Krishna at the holy place of Kurukshetra, where Lord Shri Krishna and his brother and sister came to visit when there was a solar eclipse. It is a song of separation from Krishna. When Radharani met Krishna at Kurukshetra, she remembered his intimate association in Vrindavan, and she thought, now I've gained the Lord of my life. In his absence, I was being burned by the arrow of Cupid, and thus I was withering away. Now I have my life again. So, this is a very beautiful verse, and this is Srimati Radharani's feelings upon seeing Krishna after many, many years. Om Jnanam Timrandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Vanchakalpa Tarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. So, this meeting is when the Brajvasis go to Kurukshetra and they meet Krishna. And this meeting is quite famous. But there's another meeting that takes place. There's another occasion of the first Rath Yatra that takes place in Dwaraka. And that pastime is not described in the Srimad Bhagavatam or the Chaitanya Charitamrita. We don't have the description of it here, but the same mood is there as described in this verse. That pastime is described in the Skanda Purana, in the Brahma Purana, and in other places like that. So, Krishna, when he was in Dwarka, although he was with 18,000 gopis, queens, his wives, and he was there with all of his associates, the Dvarkavasis, his parents, Devaki and Vasudev. He was always, every night, he was remembering the Brajvasis. And that was the amazing part, right? That he was there among the greatest opulence in the world. right? Each queen had a palace. The opulence of Dwarka city was even greater than that of the king of heaven, Indra. Yet, every night, the queens would notice that their husband, Krishna, was calling out the names of the Vrajvasis, particularly of Srimati Radharani. He would call out her name at night in separation. And so, the residents of Dwarka used to wonder that who are these people, the Vrajvasis, right? Because they loved Krishna so much, naturally they were interested in knowing who is it that Krishna loves so much. We are loving Krishna, but Krishna's not remembering us. He's remembering someone else. He's remembering the Vrajvasis. So they were always very curious. Who are these people? What is the nature of their love that Krishna is so attracted by their affection, by their love? And so, wanting to hear about the Vrajvasis, who they had heard about them a little bit, they would ask Mother Rohini. Because Rohini Devi, she was both in Vrindavan and in Dwarka, right? She is the wife of Vasudeva, and when Vasudeva was in prison, Devaki was there with him, but she stayed in Vrindavan. So she saw all of Krishna's childhood pastimes, she saw the Vrajvasis, she knew all of them, and she knew the nature and exaltedness of these devotees. So they wanted to hear from her, and she would tell them about Vrindavan. But they would do so quietly, inside closed doors. They wouldn't do in front of Krishna. Why? Because they felt that if we talk in front of Krishna, and Krishna remembers the Vrajvasis too much, then what will happen? He might go back to Vrindavan. And if he goes back to Vrindavan, then every devotee feels, this is my prananath, this is the Lord of my life. What will I do? I'll be finished if Krishna returns back to Vrindavan. So Srila Prabhupada actually explains that while this shows the exaltedness of their love, it also shows that how the Brajvasis' love was higher than the Dwarkavasis' love. And this is why Krishna was always remembering the Brajvasis. Because the Dwarkavasis, they loved Krishna so much, but they were more concerned, Prabhupada says, about their satisfaction of having Krishna there. Right? Even if it gave Krishna more pleasure to go to Vrindavan, they didn't want to leave him and let him go to Vrindavan. But the Vrajvasis' love, the nature of their love was so special that whatever Krishna wanted, that's what they wanted. They said to Krishna, and these are in the prayers of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is speaking in the same words as the Vrajvasis, and also in the prayers of the residents of Vrindavan also, that even if it gives you pleasure, that we go to hell for you, that we're separated from you, and we go to hell, that is our greatest happiness. You please do whatever you like. Right? You may embrace me, or you may push me away. Maro bhi gadako bhi jo ichha tohar. Amar nitya das. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur also prays in the same way. The Acharyas showing their example that my happiness is your happiness. So if it makes you more happy to be separate from me, then let that be so. That is my greatest happiness. So the Vrajvasis, they felt greater happiness in seeing Krishna happy. And this is also shown in the examples of the gopis of Vrindavan, that though they would, in some ways, they were so attached to Krishna, yet if Krishna felt more happiness by being with another gopi, then that was their happiness. That was the greater happiness for them. And Prabhupada says that this shows this transcendental nature of their love, right? It shows the spiritual nature of their love. Because which woman in this world or man in this world will allow their spouse to go with another person if it gives them more happiness? So therefore it has to be free from all lust. It is truly selfless. It was not based on material lust like we think. And that is the test. This is why the gopis and Krishna, their love is not material. Like many people think, oh, this is material. How can God be like this? This is, not right. But we measure it based upon our experience of lust in this world. But their relationship is one of pure love. So they didn't want Krishna to hear. So one time Rohini was telling the queens about, Mother Yashoda and Srimati Radharani and Krishna's pastimes there. And when she was in the room with all the gopis, Krishna noticed something is going on. So he went to the door of the room. And when he stood at the door, he put his ear there. And as he put his ear to the room, he started to hear all the wonderful narrations of all the pastimes in Vrindavan. Right? And he started to miss the gopis and Brajvasis and his parents, Nanda Baba, Mother Yashoda, so much. And in doing so, his eyes became very, very big. His hands went inside. He became overcome with emotion. He could not move. And tears came down his eyes. As this was happening, then Balaram noticed that something is happening. What is happening? Krishna is stuck to the door. So then Balaram comes and he stands next to the door and he starts to listen as well. And when he listens about the pure, unalloyed love of the Brajvasis and how they're missing Krishna so much, almost lifeless, his eyes become very big. His hands went in. When a person is overcome with emotion, then their face becomes it's like the whole body isn't there. Right? Their face becomes the most important part. All the blood flows to the face. And so Krishna and Balaram are both standing there. And they cannot move. His arms also go in and his legs become very tight. And finally, Subhadra Devi, their sister, also joins them at the door. And she too becomes overcome by affection, by emotion. So, at that, in Dwarka, Narad Muni was always there. And he was often roaming the palaces. So then he comes and he sees Krishna, Balaram and Subhadra overcome by emotion, awestruck, standing by the door. And when he sees them, he sees their forms are so beautiful. See, Jagannath, Baladev and Subhadra, their forms are very special because these are the forms of the Lord in which they're glorifying the love of the devotees. Right? Generally, we appreciate Krishna's love for his devotees. But Jagannath, Baladev and Subhadra, they are appreciating we appreciate the devotees' love for Krishna. Right? We glorify, Queen Kunti's love for Krishna, Pandava's love for Krishna. But in this case, it is Krishna's love for his devotee. And he saw how beautiful Krishna is looking. And when he sees this form, he prays to the Lord. He says that I've never seen such a beautiful form like this. Where you, the Lord of the universe, are overcome by affection for your devotee. You are appreciating your devotee. You are so much in love with your devotee. And so at that time he prays to Krishna, let the whole world see these forms of yours. That you always manifest in these forms and let the whole world see you like this. And because Narad Muni is Krishna's pure devotee, to fulfill his desire, Krishna then agrees to manifest eternally in the form of Jagannath, Baladev and Subhadra. It's actually due to Narad Muni's mercy, the devotee's mercy, right? It's always the devotee who reveals the Lord to us. So it's due to their mercy, his mercy, that we actually have the form of Jagannath like this. Because it's a little awkward form, right? Krishna doesn't have his legs there, his arms are inside. But the Lord agrees to show this form, this most confidential form, most intimate form, to all of us simply because of Narad Muni's prayer. So then, one time, Krishna was in Dwarka, and it had been many years, many years. And now he was really missing the Brajvasis. So the Brajvasis, they were dying in separation from Krishna, but Krishna also was, deeply in separation from the Brajvasis. Krishna left Vrindavan when he was 12, 13 years old. And after that, he was in Kurukshetra, Mathura, Dwarka for over 100 years. Right? It had been 100 years since Krishna had returned to Vrindavan. All the time, every day he was remembering them, every moment. Yet he had not returned, simply to increase the separation. This is called Viraha Bhakti. That the highest form of bhakti is not bhakti in union, but bhakti in separation. Just like in this world, we feel the greatest love from with our family members, from others, when we are separated from them. Right? It's very ironic. But when they're not there, then we miss them more, because the love is deeper. Absence makes the heart grow fonder. Right? So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu actually taught this, that Viraha Bhakti, or love in separation, is actually higher than love in union. So to show this greatest form of love, Krishna stayed for 100 years away from the Brajvasis. And after 100 years, Krishna was becoming too much. So he fainted. In separation from the Brajvasis, he fainted. And once he fainted, the Narad Muni came to the scene. He saw that Krishna had fainted. What to do now? And then as he was thinking what to do, Balaram came. And he saw that Krishna's fainted. After that, Uddhava came. And Uddhava also was there. So Narad Muni thought that the only way to revive Krishna in this situation is to sing the glories of the Brajvasis. If I start chanting the name of Srimati Radharani, if I start singing the glories of the Brajvasis, he will wake up. And once he's awakened, then we can do something. But he knew that the moment Krishna awakens, he will want to go to Vrindavan. He said, now he will not wait. He has waited and waited, but now he will not wait. So a chariot was prepared. He said, prepare a chariot so that when Krishna wakes up, he'll have a chariot, he will immediately go to Vrindavan. So they prepared a nice chariot. They were about to awaken Krishna. But Uddhava stopped Narad Muni. Uddhava is a very thoughtful person. Right? He is the minister of Krishna. And he's so dear to Krishna. He's so closely connected with Krishna that Krishna would take advice from him in all things. And he was so absorbed in Krishna consciousness that his own bodily features became like Krishna. Like Uddhava's features, he looked just like Krishna, because day and night he would think of Krishna. So Uddhava says, wait, if he goes to Vrindavan like this, and there he sees the Brajvasis, who are just about dead in separation from Krishna, if he sees them in this condition, then Krishna will be very sad. He may not even survive. This is Leela, right? This is out of love, they're thinking like this. Of course, Krishna is eternal. Nothing can affect him. But this is rasa, right? This is the mood of the devotees. So he's saying he will not survive. So before Krishna reaches there, someone must go to Vrindavan and tell the Brajvasis that Krishna is coming. Because if they tell that Krishna is coming, then they'll become very happy. They'll become full of joy. And when Krishna goes there, then he won't see them in the condition that they are. So the Brajvasis actually, every day, when Krishna left Vrindavan, then what did he tell the Brajvasis? He said, I will come back. I'll just come back after a little short while. I'll go and fight with Kansa. I'll, get the cows back and I'll be back. No problem. He told them that I will be back. Now Krishna always fulfills his promises, especially to his devotees, right? He never will betray his devotee. He tells Arjuna this, Kshipram bhavati dharmatma shashvat shantim nigacchati konteya pratijanihi name bhakta pranashyati. He tells Arjuna, you declared boldly that my devotee never perishes. So Krishna made this promise to the Brajvasis. He says, I will return. I will come back. But Krishna never came back to Vrindavan. Right? This is at least what we're told, that Krishna never came back. But how is it possible that Krishna will betray his greatest devotees, who are the Vrajvasis? He made a promise to the Vrajvasis. They are not ordinary devotees, they're his dearmost devotees. How is it possible that he could break that vow? So they knew that Krishna will return. If Krishna said that he will return, he will fulfill his promise. Actually, this is one of the names of Krishna. We read Prabhupada's books. How does Prabhupada refer to Krishna? What is one of the names of Krishna in English? He says Krishna is the absolute truth. Krishna is truth himself. He is the absolute truth. Right? In the Bhagavatam it says Krishna is Satyam Param Dhimahi. So they say that Krishna cannot break his promise to us. He's promised that his devotee never perishes. If Krishna does not come, surely we will die. So Krishna must come. So in anticipation of Krishna coming, every day the Vrajvasis would decorate the streets of Vrindavan. Because they said, Krishna could come today. And if he comes today, then we must be prepared. All the streets were decorated with flowers, fresh flowers every single day. The streets were watered. This was the exaltedness of their love, of the Vrajvasis' love. Who does this remind you of? Whose love was similar? Shavari, right? She also, her spiritual master had said that one day Lord Ram will come. So every day she was preparing. And every day it was like a festival in Vrindavan. This is why when Uddhava went back to Vrindavan, he went as a messenger. When he went there, it seemed like a festival. And he was thinking, how is it possible? They're dying at a separation from Krishna. But how is it possible there's a festival happening? Then the Vrajvasis, they told Uddhava, they said that Krishna will come. And if he comes and he sees that we have been so sad, that we are so unhappy, then that will give Krishna's heart pain. This will give his heart great pain. And so therefore we are making a festival for him every day. So that if he returns today, the streets, everything will be ready. Again, Prabhupada shows the greatness of their affection. That in this world, when we love someone, we at least want them to know how much we love them, how much we miss them. And we might even want them to feel a little bad that they left us. Right? You went to college and left us for 4 years alone. We're elderly parents. How much we suffered without you, right? I mean, it's natural. But their love was so great that they didn't even care if Krishna knew how much they were suffering without him. Their only desire was Krishna's happiness. What will make Krishna happy? This is ahaiku apratihata yatma suprasidati. Right? The supreme suprasidati, the highest bhakti, is unmotivated and uninterrupted devotion. No motivation. That's the hardest part, removing the motivation. Only for Krishna, nothing for me, only for Krishna. So in their hearts, they were dying out of separation from Krishna. But every day they were decorating Vrindavan, just because Krishna said he will return, so he must return. So Uddhava says, someone must go and tell them that Krishna is coming. So Narad Muni thinks, and he says, Uddhava, you are the best, you are the wisest amongst us. You must go back and tell the Vrajvasis, before I wake Krishna up by singing Vrindavan's glories, tell them that Krishna is coming. So Uddhava agrees initially, but then he thinks about it and he says, no, I cannot go to Vrindavan because I already went one time and I went to Vrindavan. There I tried to give them knowledge about Vedanta. I tried to teach them Brahman and I tried to pacify them. And I told them many times that Krishna is just about to come. He's coming very soon. And they say that now if they see me and I come back again without Krishna, they will surely beat me and send me out of Vrindavan. You are just such a liar, such a charmer. You came here and made so many promises to us, just like the politicians today. Right? So many promises, but at the end, nothing came true. Krishna didn't come. And now we should believe you for a second time? No way. So he said, my going will be of no use. It will only cause them more pain. So then Narad Muni says to Balaram, you please go. They'll believe you. You are the elder brother. You go and you tell the news that Krishna's coming. So Balaram says, okay, yeah, I can go. But then he starts to think, and he has the same problem. He says, I did go to Vrindavan. And when I went to Vrindavan, I told Nanda Baba and Mother Yashoda, I told our parents that I promise you, Krishna's coming. Just stay alive a little longer. And now if I go, I will be a liar. I'll be going back and they will say, where's Krishna? How did you come without Krishna here? So he says, I too cannot go. Luckily, by that time, Subhadra Devi arrives. And when she arrives, she hears what's happening. And she says, I will go. I can go and console the Brajvasis. Why? There's one thing I haven't gone until now. So she had not gone already as a messenger. And secondly, I am a lady. I am a woman. And the residents of Vrindavan, the people who were suffering the most were the gopis and Mother Yashoda. So, woman to woman, I can console them. And they will trust me. The men, they sometimes lie and all these things. But the women, they're more dependable. They will say, yes, she is speaking from her heart. She cannot just be saying just to make us external, just to, what's the word, keep us going. So I will go and I will do that. So it's agreed, arrangements are made, and Subhadra Devi's chariot is prepared, and she gets ready to go as the messenger. Now when she is going, then Lord Balaram, he starts to feel, how can she go alone? She is a princess, she is a queen, she is a lady. I cannot let her go alone. I will go with her. So he doesn't mind going with her. She'll be the talker, she'll do the talking, but he decides, I will go also. So as is the custom in the Vedic times, he went first. Lord Balaram went first, and Subhadra Devi went after him. And both of them left from Dwarka on their chariots on their way to Vrindavan. And they went very fast. For the speed of the mind, they were going to Vrindavan. So once they left, then in the meantime, Narad Muni, he starts to sing the glories of the Brajvasis. And when he does that, then Krishna starts to awaken. And he starts to wake up, his eyes open, he starts to awaken. And as he's hearing the Brajvasis and Vrindavan and their glories and their pastimes, then Krishna's thinking that he's in Vrindavan. So as he wakes up, he starts to look, where is the Yamuna river? Where is Srimati Radharani? But then he sees Narad Muni there. He says, Narad Muni, what are you doing here? This is Vrindavan. Why are you here? And he says, oh, Krishna, no, I'm so sorry. This is actually Dwarka. I'm very sorry. This is Dwarka. This is not Vrindavan. But we've made arrangements for you. The chariot is right here. Please get on the chariot. And then you can go to Vrindavan. So Krishna, whenever he was told to go to Vrindavan, he would say, I will wait. I will go later when the time. But this time, when he sees the chariot, he runs to the chariot. And he immediately tells his charioteer, Daruka, he says, take me to Vrindavan. And Krishna's on his way. He's traveling the speed of mind to Vrindavan. In the meantime, Subhadra Devi and Baladev, Balaram and Subhadra, they reach Vrindavan. They've already reached there. When they reach there, their job was to be messenger, right? Like everyone. Uddhava, his job was to be messenger. Balaram. So this time, Subhadra Devi has come. But when she reaches there, and once she reaches there, when she sees Mother Yashoda, the gopis, the Brajvasis, from a distance, when she sees them, and she sees their ecstatic emotions, their love for Krishna, she becomes stunned with ecstasy. they both become deeply stunned. And their arms go in, their eyes become big, tears start to roll down their eyes, and they fall over in ecstasy. So, as messengers, they were not able to give any message. Rather, they themselves, seeing the ocean of sorrow, which was also love for Krishna, this ecstatic love for Krishna, seeing that, they too became overcome by this affection. And like all the other messengers, they too failed in their duty, and they fell over in this ecstasy. So then, in the meantime, soon after that, Krishna arrives there. And when he arrives there, then he is missing Srimati Radharani the most. And Srimati Radharani, she, by this time, is almost leaving her life, right? She cannot bear this separation any longer. So she is lying in one of the vanas of Vrindavan called Nidhuvan. And there she's unconscious, she's fainted. And news has spread that Srimati Radharani no one knows if she will survive this time. Her separation from Krishna has become so great. You have to understand, this is the first Hollywood movie. This is the original love, the pure love that becomes manifest and perverted in so many ways. So you can almost see, all the action films are based on this. The heroine is about to die, and the hero comes just in time, right? So Srimati Radharani, she's lying there, and her head is in the lap of Lalita Sakhi. And Lalita Sakhi, she is holding swabs of cotton in front of her nostrils, seeing, is the air still coming? Is she still breathing? At this point, all the Brajvasis, one after another, are coming and touching their head to the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani. She's there on the altar. We worship her every day. She is the Brajeshwari. She is the queen of Vrindavan. She is the dearest consort of Krishna. So, Kutila, Jatila, Chandravali, all of those who are competing with her in rasa, they come and surrender to her, that you are the greatest devotee. Please don't leave us. Krishna has left us. Somehow or the other, we are living. But if you leave us, then no one in Vrindavan can survive. Okay? This is a fact. Without Krishna, they can survive. But Srimati Radharani is so dear to every Vrajvasi. Without her, no one can survive. Right? This is why in Vrindavan, if you go there, they always chant, Radhe, Radhe. Right? She is the dearmost object of worship. She is actually the focal object of worship. Krishna is actually secondary. So they plead to her, please don't go, please don't go, please don't go. But this time, Srimati Radharani, nothing will affect her. She's now waited over 100 years for Krishna. The separation is so great. She cannot wait any longer. And she is going to leave. So, by that time, Krishna arrives in Vrindavan. He's just come. And Srimati Radharani just leaving. All the Vrajvasis are getting very, very concerned. And so Krishna is, knowing everything. He's rushing there on his chariot. He reaches there. And once he reaches there, he gets off of his chariot and he starts running in the direction of Nidhuvan, where Srimati Radharani is. And as he approaches nearby, seeing Srimati Radharani in that condition of separation, seeing all the Brajvasis, seeing Mother Yashoda, Nanda Baba, and all of the Brajvasis who had stayed in separation from him for such a long time, had not forgotten him for a moment, Krishna again, his eyes become very big. His hands go in. His legs become immobile. And overcome by affection and emotion for the Brajvasis, Krishna falls over in ecstasy and he faints. Now, when Lalita and Vishaka, they see this, that Krishna's arrived, they start to say very loudly to Srimati Radharani, Krishna's arrived, Krishna's arrived. please wake up. But this time, Srimati Radharani, she's not conscious. No sound is waking her up. What to do? And few seconds are left, she may leave. So, Vrinda Devi, Yoga Maya, she at that time arranges for a gust of wind to come. And a big wind comes. And when the wind blows, it blows the scent of Krishna's body. And when it blows the scent of Krishna's body, that scent enters the nostrils of Srimati Radharani. And when it enters her nostrils, she awakens. Because though she was not able to hear anything, when she smells Krishna, the nostrils are always open, right? She comes in touch with Krishna. She knows that this is the only smell of Krishna. This smell can only be Krishna's smell. And at that moment, she awakens. And Krishna also then awakens from his ecstasy. And when she sits up, she sees Krishna before her. And Krishna sees Srimati Radharani. And this is the after the immense separation, Viraha, once again the union of Radha and Krishna together. When Radha and Krishna meet again, then Krishna tells Srimati Radharani that where is the separation? Now we have come back together. There is no separation. We are never been separated. I've never left Vrindavan. But still, even though it seemed like he left Vrindavan, now I've returned, never to leave again. So this is the pastime of the first Rath Yatra, where Krishna... first Lord Balaram comes on the chariot, then Subhadra Devi comes, and the last chariot is who? Krishna's coming. And this is why you see in Jagannath Rath Yatra, first is the chariot of Lord Balaram, when there's 3 chariots. So sometimes we have only one, so all 3 are on the same. But in Jagannath Puri, there's 3 chariots. The first one is of Lord Balaram, the second one is of Mother Subhadra, and the third one is of Jagannath, Krishna, who comes at the end. Jagannath Swami ki, Baladev Subhadra Devi ki. So this wonderful narration, it's appreciating the devotion, the affection of Krishna's devotees for Krishna, and Krishna's love for his devotees. So I'll stop here. It's exactly 6:15. It's time to stop. Thank you very much for your very kind attention. Mataji is saying if there's one question, we can take any questions or comments on Lord Jagannath's pastime. I think Prabhu, you have a question? Okay. Yes.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. It's a beautiful description of Rath Yatra, how it happened. Now my question is, what about the departure pastime of Krishna from, that was in Prabhasa Kshetra. So did Krishna live in Vrindavan ever after this incident? So, and how was the actual departure pastime? How is it becoming?
Yes. So that's our Acharyas, Srila Prabhupada, he described that Krishna never leaves Vrindavan. Right? He's always there. Yet, the inconceivable nature of Krishna is that though he never leaves, he still leaves sometimes. Right? And how is that possible? Only if we are on that level of spiritual life can we actually understand how both things are possible. Where the devotee is always feeling the presence of Krishna, 100%. Because in separation, there's the greatest sorrow, but there's also the greatest ecstasy, the highest bliss. Both are there at the same time. Srila Prabhupada described if we can have some sort of understanding of it is like eating peppers. Right? Some people, the food is so sweet, but they ask, give me jalapeno. You think, what is wrong with you? You want something very, it's going to burn you. But no, that burning sensation is very tasty. Right? It's hot, but it's very tasty. So Krishna's separation is like that. He is there and he's also not there. It's the greatest, highest bliss, yet it's also the greatest separation. And that's why the separation in this world is very different than the separation in the spiritual world. Separation in this world is just pure misery. It's separation, just pain. No one likes to be separated from their beloved. But in Krishna consciousness, that separation is the highest ecstasy. So, externally, Krishna leaves again. He leaves again after meeting Srimati Radharani, the residents of Vrindavan. He leaves again, and then the departure, the external pastime of Krishna disappearing from this world in Dwarka takes place. But theologically, we understand that Krishna never leaves Vrindavan. And the Brajvasis never leave him again. That's just a sort of a drama as to how to get all the Brajvasis and Krishna back to Golok Vrindavan, back to the spiritual world. But even to this day, Krishna is still there in Vrindavan. What to speak of the time when the Brajvasis are actually there? Even to this day, Krishna says, Prabhupada said that Krishna never leaves Vrindavan. He never leaves that abode. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Gopal Hari Prabhu, for that most beautiful narration, isn't it? Please give a big hand. Thank you again. Very, very nice. Extremely sweet. Today's Sunday feast sponsorship only by one family, right? It is Siddharth and family seeking prayers. So, as you must have noticed for the past so many weeks, in the Sunday feast sponsorship, you see this family is always asking for our prayers to Sri Sri Radha Shyama Sundar. So let us chant the holy names of Krishna and pray for the benefit or spiritual benefit of this entire family. Please chant after me. Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama,
Rama Rama,
Rama Rama,
Hare Hare.
Hare Hare.
For future Sundays, you can contact Hare Prabhu anytime anybody want to sponsor Sunday Feast Prasadam. This is a great service that you are doing. Please feel free to do so. Barsana, do you want to announce about we are going to have our children's Gita camp, 2 weeks program, and Barsana Devidasi, she is the director of this program, so she has a quick announcement.
Hare Krishna. So our annual Gita camp will be from the 27th of July. It's a 2-week camp. But today is the last day if you want to avail of the early bird discount. We start at 9 in the morning with Arati. There will be Japa. And we are providing lunch, freshly cooked lunch, 2 snacks. And children will study the 18th chapter of Bhagavad Gita this time. There will be drama, mridanga, harmonium. They learn bhajans, verses, and so many other enrichment activities. I'm really, really excited about it. So if you haven't registered your child, or if you have friends that might have children between the ages of 5 and 12, please do ask them to register by today, because today is the early bird discount. It's only $200 per week or $400 for the whole 2-week camp. Thank you so much.
I would like to add to that. This service we have been doing here in ISKCON for over 35 plus years. And this has been one of the very, very special services, keeping in mind our future next generation of children. I still remember in the early days when my spiritual master told me, what is the point of we alone practicing Krishna consciousness if we leave behind our children? So this was the motivation for serving the children. And this particular program, it is a combination of what devotional practice, what is the experience of that, plus it gives your children an opportunity to study a specific chapter of Bhagavad Gita and learn the verses and participate in all the activities that Varsana just mentioned. There is no question about that, the quality of this particular service, because these devotees are so committed to taking care of the spiritual needs of your children, and we do this in a very conscientious way. And so please, if you haven't enrolled your children, please feel free to do so. If you know anybody who has any children, the age group is between 5 through 14, correct? 5 through 12. And please understand that is the most impressionable age of your children. Because once they reach teenage years, they're not going to listen to anything that you have to say. So during that impressionable years, if you introduce them or you give them an opportunity to study the scriptures, they will become very attracted towards that. And the world in which we are living today, we need this more than anything else. Food and all is secondary. Your money, other convenience, everything is secondary. If you expose your children, give them an opportunity to see these scriptures at a young age, it will last for a lifetime. So I please request all of you to make use of this special opportunity and enroll your children in the Gita camp. We really look forward to seeing all of you. Thank you again. Prasadam will be served downstairs now. I think they didn't send me the name of the team who is cooking Sunday Feast Prasadam. But in any case, let us all give a big hand to the Sunday Feast team. Thank you. Hare Krishna.